And joining us now here live on Katz and Cosby right here from the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee is the great political guru and also former Trump senior official, Monica Crowley. Monica, first of all, so much happening with President Trump's side. It looks like, boy, things are so unified here in Milwaukee, and what a contrast to what's happening on the Democratic side. Your take?
Well, it's so great to be here with you, Rita. Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, I mean, the last 5 days have seemed like an eternity from the time those bullets started flying at President Trump Saturday afternoon to where we are tonight, where President Trump is going to accept his party's nomination for the third time in 9 years. It's been an astonishing journey. And I will say, you know, I've been to several Republican conventions over the years, Rita, as I know you have as well. And what's amazing about this is it almost has the feel of like a spiritual revival, that people are, you know, that the energy is just so electric, and that people are so behind President Trump and now the Trump-Vance ticket. But even more importantly, there is a tremendous sense of gratitude here because of the events of last Saturday. People are so grateful that President Trump is still with us and that he is leading this party in a unified form, and he is going to lead the country for the next 4 years.
What do you think we're going to hear tonight from him? Because as we've been seeing him in the arena, he's much more pensive. He seems much more just moved. How could it not be? That was a life-altering event, Monica Crowley.
Yes, 100%. And it does look to me, and again, obviously, I'm taking this by faith. I have no proof. But it looks to me like God touched his heart. He does look like a profoundly changed man. That doesn't mean he's not still the fierce fighter that he has always been and always will be. But it does look like he's had some sort of spiritual experience here and gotten closer to God. And also, I think there, in any situation like this, people who have open hearts, as President Trump has, understands the nature of good versus evil a lot clearer when they are subjected to a situation like he was subjected to, where he was almost assassinated on live television. I think the moral clarity has become much more distinct and clear for him about the stakes of this election, about the true nature of this war, which of course is political and secular, but there is a spiritual element to this war. I think, and again, I haven't spoken to him about it, it's me speculating, but just seeing his face, seeing the way he's carrying himself, it does seem that he has had some sort of transformation. That is very positive.
Side? Yeah, for sure. What about on the Democratic side, though? Because we are hearing, there's so many reports today that President Obama is now privately saying, you know what, there's no path for you here. Nancy Pelosi, we've heard all these other comments, and there are reports out there that President Biden may be being pushed out or acquiescing, shoved out. It's a good way to say it, Monica, potentially in the next few days.
Yeah, and it could. I mean, listen, it could come tonight. I mean, what a way to stick it to President Trump by calling an emergency Oval Office address at 9 o'clock Eastern time, right? I don't think that will be the case. I think it may wind out over the next couple of days because there is a negotiation happening. Joe Biden has huge leverage. He is the sitting president. He controls all of the delegates. He's sitting on top of $280 billion that has been raised, right? So he is sitting on all of this leverage, and he's not just going to give it up. So there's a negotiation in terms of money for a presidential library, all the things that I'm hearing from different sources that Jill and Joe Biden are working on that they want. And again, I don't know if this is true, but I've heard from good sources they want $100 million for their family. They want $2 billion for a presidential library. You know, they want Joe to be able to pardon Hunter and pardon himself before he leaves office. And he wants to stay in office through January 20th of next year. He does not want to be forced to resign the presidency. But again, Rita, I mean, if he is not well enough to run for president, how is he well enough to carry out the job between now and January? You know, another 6 months.
Absolutely.
He is not capable. But, you know, when I heard that Obama stuck the shiv in Joe Biden politically, today I said it's over. because the Obamas control this party. And it's reminiscent of my old boss, President Nixon, who during Watergate, it was a member of his own party, Barry Goldwater, the leader of the GOP in the Senate, who went to him in the White House and said, your base of support has fallen apart in the Senate, and so you will not survive an impeachment. It's when the members of your own party, like Obama and Pelosi and Schumer and the others, come to him and say, we can no longer support you, you have no support, that's when you know it's over. And I think we're at that moment.
Yeah, wow, it feels that way too. Monica Crowley, really great to have you here at the RNC with me in Milwaukee.
Always a pleasure, Rita. Thank you.